Well, greetings, Business 20 students. This is Mr.D. This is week number 3 in our 8-week course in business mathematics here at Norco College. This week, we're going to be looking at chapters 8 and 9. Chapter 8 deals with markups and markdowns. So just as we learned last week about trading cash discounts, a lot of times you purchase items from businesses at a discount from wholesalers, etc. And then you want to mark those up, right? You want to mark them up so that way you earn a profit off of what you spent. So your cost is one thing, but then what your sales price is another. And that's where you're going to be looking at markups. Markdowns are when you put things on sale, or maybe you're trying to liquidate. So you want to be able to mark them down. And so you're either going to calculate that by a dollar amount or a percentage, or you might try to find the percentage of a dollar amount, etc. So there's a lot to do with that. This is a very important chapter when it comes to that. Also, we're going to be looking at payroll. So we'll be teaching you how to calculate federal income tax on a paycheck. And there's some tables to use. And I highly recommend that you use the tables that are provided in the formula sheet, or else your answers may not be the same, especially when you're taking the quizzes or the exam later on, that you use the tables in the formula sheet. And every chapter, there's a formula sheet provided for the particular chapter or for the particular week. So we'll be looking at those two items this week. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing now, and I'm going to share my course homepage. So here we are now in our homepage in Canvas. And as I mentioned, we are in module number 2 now. So every module is 2 weeks long. However, this one is a little longer, I think. Let's see. That's 3-9. And then, yeah, you have actually your midterm is coming up at the end of next week. So this week, you're going to be looking again at chapters 9 and chapter 8. So there is a watch video that you're watching now. Then there's a read me first. Make sure you read that and mark it as done. And there's a help Sienna. And again, read it and mark it as done. These are very brief, but they're just explaining to you how this stuff fits into the context of business. So it's not just math, but that you see that it's solving problems or finding out information that would be relevant to you in your financial aspects of business. So make sure you read those. And then here's your study page for chapter 8, study page for chapter 9. I'm going to select one of those. In your study pages, again, you do have some areas of the textbook you can review. And by the way, the page numbers are based off of the 8th edition. I need to edit that because I just switched to the 9th edition. There is a video of me right here working through the percentage methods of payroll. And that's going to be one of the major issues or concerns or questions or areas I really want you to understand. Figuring out your federal income tax, figuring out how much they're going to deduct from your paycheck. And so that is something that this video will work through. So make sure you watch that video. If you go to the chapter 8 section study page, let me go back there. Go to the chapter 8 study page. There is also videos on that for each one of these sections. So I actually work through some of the problems in each of these videos, helping you to work them out. And then so I would highly recommend that you work through the problems, watch the video, work through the problems, watch the video, and there's additional helps at the bottom if you need them. There's also, again, tips for solving word problems, and then there's the formula sheet. So let me just show you real quick. On the formula sheet are not only the formulas that you're going to want to use to solve for chapter 6, chapter 7, but also chapter 8, and at the very end, there is the tables for the percentage method of figuring out payroll. So these are the tables that you want to use. They're out of the 8th edition of the book. If you go to your textbook and you use those tables, they're the 9th edition, and everything every year changes on this because of the government's taxes change a little bit. So all the questions in this class are based off the ones in the formula sheet. So make sure you note that. If you're not getting the right answer on the exam, maybe it's because you're using the wrong table. Anyway, so that's this week, and then you have a check-in assignment. And if you get that to me by Thursday, really, if you get that to me by any time before Sunday, I will send you the answers to the check-in assignment. And that's really what I'm giving you feedback on. If I have time, I will go in, I'll look quickly at your work, and if there's anything majorly wrong, I'll try and identify what that is. But for the most part, I'm going to show you how to work out every problem in the answer sheet. And so the idea here is that you've done your best to submit what you could and how much you could, at the level at which you could do it. And then I'll send you all the answers and you can see where you went wrong, if anywhere. And then there's a case study that you're going to be starting because last week we ended module 1, so now we're starting module 2. So we have a new case study, and this one is going to be definitely using the percentage method of payroll. So you really need to make sure you understand that and use the tables in the formula sheet. That'll help you get the right answer on that. And then you have a quiz on chapter 8 and 9. And a quiz you can take 3 times. So again, maybe do the study up here, do all the studying, and then do the quiz a few times. Make sure you get it. Then go ahead and do the check-in assignment. And then when you're done with all that, go ahead and do the case study. And you have 2 weeks to do the case study. So you can wait on it if you want, but you are going to be covering the content this week for the solution to that particular case study. So if you wait till next week, you might start to forget. Anyway, so that's week number 3. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me during my office hours. I'm on campus on Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm also online on Thursdays, so please reach out to me, and I would be happy to meet with you and go over some of these problems if you're having any issues. So everybody have a great week, and you will see me again on video next week. Till then, see you soon.